Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad you're here because tonight we're talking about the big game. The big game, the Vancouver Canucks at home coming out and playing against the Dallas Stars. Now everyone's saying, hey, we're going to beat Dallas like we did last time. There was one big difference between tonight's game and the last time we played them, and that is Jake Oettinger. I hope I spelled his name right. Let me just make sure I did do that because Oettinger. Yeah, Oettinger. Jake was unbelievable, and I felt like we got goalied a bit here. He came up in the big clutch moments, and it's disappointing, right? It's absolutely disappointing, but it is what it is because the Canucks end up losing 4-2. That was with the empty net goal, and it is what it is. It is what it is. No, was it an empty net? Yeah, it was an empty net goal, I believe. The Colin Blackwell goal. Make sure. No, did we have a empty net goal there? No, we didn't. We didn't have it. No, there was no empty net goal. It was a legit 4-3. Why did I think there was an empty net goal? I was like, I watched the third period. But the big question tonight is why can't we win the game instead of having moral victories? And that is the frustrating part about this team, is that we play pretty good, but you can't win in regulation, and that's so frustrating. Now, we all know that I just made a video about the Canucks, and I did a positive vibes only show. If you have not seen that show, can you please go check it out? I tried to stay positive the entire show because as even though there's so many negatives that are going on, there are some positives, and the problem is that it's the moral victories that we're seeing. It's the fight and the compete that we're seeing that is positive, and I want to keep seeing. But at the end of the day, you need the 2 points. You need the 2 points because if you keep losing games, and it doesn't matter who you're playing, you got to find ways to win. I mean, Dallas is good, okay? So I don't want to say, I don't want to, discredit Dallas, okay? They deserve the win. They were the better team. But there was many times of this game where we looked like the better team. But the problem is we didn't come out on top. So, Dallas, congratulations. Congratulations. You beat us. I'm mad about that. Well done. But Jake Oettinger was, I think, the big difference maker. And if you check it out, he ended up being first star of the game. And so it is pretty special, if you ask me. It is pretty special. So I'm very grateful for him, not for Oettinger, but for the effort of the Canucks. I really, really liked what I had to see there. But I'm so thankful that we're in the game, that it wasn't a blowout. But at the end of the day, it's just I'm at that stage where I'm like, come on now, we got to get those 2 points. And so I feel like I'm kind of, and I guess when I do that, you're going to think 6-7, but it's this, part where I just sitting there and I'm watching this team and I'm going, well, when are we going to win this kind of one? Like, this is what we need. And I don't want to go on and on and on and on tonight about it, but let's be honest, it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough at all, but there's some real positives that I want to talk about. In fact, I'm trying to upload one right now because I want to talk about our boy Quinn Hughes. Guys, he is pretty good. So there's a stat here that I got from tonight's game that I want to bring in. It just doesn't come in the right format, so I've got to do the format properly, and I'm doing it as I'm talking. But do want to talk to you about this team, this squad, the effort we're seeing, and hoping that we see a lot more of it. You know what I mean? It's like you've got some great pieces and you've got some mix-ups and breakdowns at wrong times of game. And the other thing too is you've got us playing. How in the world? Okay, how in the world are we sitting here and we're out shooting a team finally and we lose? Everyone's like, and me included, it's like, I want more shots. I want more shots. And I'm like, yeah, I want more shots too, but I like all the quality chances, the high danger positions. I like all that, right? But I'm just sitting there and I'm going, it's disappointing to watch this team night after night, especially lately, play good and not get rewarded for it. That is something that's so, so important. Okay. Also regarding Dallas is Rantanen and Robertson are unreal. Robertson is literally on fire. In fact, what does it say in the summary? No, of the goal. I think Robertson is on a goal in his 5th consecutive game. That's what we're talking about here. And then the Rantanen goal was absolutely insane. Does a spinorama, roofs it up above Lankinen, and you're just sitting there going, wow. Like, that's greatness. Like, that's where that's the Quinn Hughes factor. That's the McDavid factor. That's the Rantanen factor. That's the Kovalchuk factor. That's the McKinnon factor. That's the ones that you just don't see every night. The things that they do on the ice, that was special. And I absolutely loved watching it, even though it was happening in games. I mean, if we're going to lose, that is like, I don't mind losing to that. Like, that guy was unbelievable. Now let's talk about the Canucks, okay? The Carlson goal was really nice to see. I'm thankful. I mean, I think he's a good player, and he needs to have some point production, right? That's what we need to see from him. And I wouldn't say on a nightly basis, even though that's what I'd love to see, but we're talking about sitting there watching this team and watching a young guy like Carlson who had such success at the Calder Cup level, to see him translating that at the NHL level is encouraging. But it's not like you need it in every game. It's just like every third game. He would help this team greatly. And so seeing him score was fantastic. The other question is this: Pettersson with more production. Is Petey back? Now, I want to talk to you about something, because I'm gonna make a bold statement. It feels like to me that Petey is back, and I really hope he is. Like, I just hope this isn't a good 9-game stretch or 10-game stretch coming up, and then he goes back to struggling. Okay, and I know it's hard to score in the NHL. Don't get me wrong. Okay, it was supposed to be a multi-point game, but didn't end up happening. I'm still impressed with Pettersson. I'm saying he's back. I'm going official. Now, many of you saw the video. I criticized. Oh, yeah. Want to hear something really cool about Pettersson? So, and during this time, he's been playing a lot better. He was really good in regulation against Carolina, and ended up scoring, stole the puck, scored on shorthanded, got 2 goals that game. It was awesome till he got to the overtime, and I made that video about Pettersson struggling in overtime, making 4 big mistakes, and I kind of got frustrated with him, right? And I made the video, okay? And I'll let me stop there just for a second, because I made a second video called Pettersson or PD Praise or whatever it was, and I just complimented him, and I stayed positive about Pettersson and what we're seeing, okay? I want you to know something. This is actually sad state of our NHL, okay? This is the sad state of our NHL and with our society in general. The Pettersson praise video was my least watched video on TikTok. Least. And the Pettersson, me getting upset at Pettersson in overtime, was my second highest rated video. Now, I don't want to just make content just for clicks and like clickbait, okay? That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just being honest with my takes. I'm not trying to be a hater or mean But I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, okay? And if you don't like that, that's totally fine. But what I'm seeing with Pettersson right now is his production, and he looks better. He looks better offensively. Obviously, he's been great at the shot blocks as a forward. You know, defensively, he's been pretty good. I'll give him that. But in saying that, I'm still honest when he struggles and when he's good. So I'll give and does that say something about our society that the Pettersson praise video gets the least amount? Like, people don't want to hear me say, "Oh, Pettersson's back." What people want me to say is, "Pettersson's struggling. He's terrible. He doesn't deserve 11.6 million. Blah blah blah." Okay. That's where our society is. They love the gossip. They love the negativity. They love the hate. And I don't want to just be a content creator that does those kind of things. I want to be an honest, passionate, realistic content creator. That's my goal. Okay. But it says something that's what happened. Right? Here's the funny story about the Carolina video. Guys, get this. This just in. Okay. This is cool. The Pettersson struggling in overtime against Carolina video, Michael Bublé, yes, you heard that right, Michael Bublé came on and commented on that video on Instagram. Oh my goodness. Michael Bublé, we know that he's a big Canucks fan. That is awesome. I love that. I love that he came onto my content and he just said, "Hey man," he's like, "Pettersson's great, blah blah blah." And it's like, yeah, you know what, you're right, he has been. He struggled in that overtime. He was really good in that game in regulation. But here's my video. I literally linked the video. I replied to him and linked him the video. Here's the Pettersson praise video. And Michael, if you'd like to join my channel and be on the show, don't be afraid, because not that you're afraid, but don't be nervous, because sometimes you're like, you're going to come on and you're just going to be this obnoxious guy. No, I'll respect your opinion. I may agree to disagree, but I will be respectful. I invited him, everyone, onto the show, and I'm waiting for his reply. I'm not expecting him to reply, but boy, imagine if he did. Wouldn't that be fun, to having a big Canucks fan like Michael Bublé on the channel? That would be so fantastic, because I would love to hear his take on the Canucks. I'd love to hear his take on this team and what it's going. I mean, I would love to have him on. I would respect what he has to say. And yeah, that would be so Michael, if you happen to be watching this, please join the channel. Love to hear your opinion on our Canucks. And that would be awesome. Wouldn't it be awesome? Right? It would be amazing. So, yes, Bublé would be absolutely amazing to have on the channel. He has been officially invited. Okay. Next thing we want to talk about tonight, and I saw a lot of people on social media, they're just so concerned about Kane, that he's one of the reasons why we're struggling. And listen, here's the Kane concerns. Okay. Now, I never thought he was going to be the difference maker to this team. I didn't mind the signing, okay? I didn't mind the signing at all, but just a heads up, I don't mind the guy. I don't mind the guy. But the Edmonton Oilers fans keep coming into my comments and saying, we miss Kane. We'd gladly take him. Listen, I'm at that stage where this team is like, go trade him back to Edmonton. Get something. I don't even know what we only gave up a 4th round pick. So could we pull off a trade with Edmonton and he gets Kane? Because that would be incredible. That would be incredible. But I like Kane. I don't mind him. I know there's a lot of fans that are just sitting there and they're like, we need to get rid of this guy. And I'm kind of mixed on it. But if we could trade him to Edmonton, save that cap space, and let them try to go on that run. And here's the other thing, though. The Edmonton Oilers want Kiefer Sherwood. Get lost, because Kiefer Sherwood is ours. Keep your grimy hands off of him, okay? This is the guy. You get rid of Kane. You have Sherwood, give him a raise and keep him. This is the guy you need. You need 10 Sherwoods on your team. Okay. Oilers fans, get lost when it comes to Kiefer Sherwood. Get lost. Forget it. Stop it. We're not trading him to you. And if we do, this fan base will implode. It will implode. Because I know one thing about Canuck fans, they cannot stand Edmonton. I respect Edmonton. I think they're good. I think they've been great for a while now. But most Canuck fans can't stand the Oilers. And the thing I don't like about the Oiler fans is a lot of them pretend like they're kings and we're peasants, and you still haven't won since 91. I know we've never won. Everyone comes into my comments, it's like, you guys should shut up because you've never won a cup. We're trying, bro. We're trying. This is what we're doing. We're trying to put a team together to win a cup. So, yeah, we haven't won one. What do you want us to say? Just once. Come on. Just once before I die. Okay? Just once before I die. Just once before I die. That's what I want to see. So, yeah, you guys coming in to my comments and going, yeah, be quiet. You've never won a cup. Yeah, thanks, Captain Obvious. Thanks. Ridiculous. Okay, I get it. I know that. We're trying to win a cup. We're trying to be contenders. We're trying to win games. So be quiet. Oh, you mean no one can have opinion if they've never won a cup? So you know what? You need to be quiet. You know why you need to be quiet? It's because Montreal is the kings of the NHL, and no one's ever going to beat their record. What do they have, like 24 Stanley Cups? So everyone else has to be quiet. No one else can make content because that's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Montreal is never going to lose that battle. You know what I mean? I mean, what's the next closest? Boston? Are they the only ones that can talk? Because Toronto's way far off, right? Like the original 6 teams that have all those cups, it's Montreal and then everyone else. Maybe Boston. I think Boston might have 19, though. Let me see. Most Stanley Cup. How was that for a rant, by the way, Aaron? Montreal has 24, it says. And the Toronto Maple Leafs are second with 13, and the Detroit Red Wings are 11th. I thought Boston had more. Okay, I'm wrong about that. Okay, I'm wrong about that. Okay. Playoff team records, most Stanley Cups. Okay, we're going right here. It's Montreal. Okay, let's bring this up because this is interesting stuff, guys. This is interesting stuff. Sorry, I know I'm talking about the game, but this is way more fun. Talk about this. Okay? So, Montreal Canadiens. Was that PS? Is that postseason? Is that what it means? Appearances, Stanley Cup appearances, 33. Okay, 33. That's insane. 23 wins. 23 wins. I thought it was 24. Toronto, 21 appearances, 13 wins. What is? I want to know what PS stands for. If I go over, it should tell me, right? Playoff seasons. Okay, playoff seasons and Stanley Cup appearances. Okay, playoff seasons. Look at this number. 74. Boston had 77 playoff appearances. Okay, Boston only has 6. That's insane. Detroit has 11. 24 finals, and you only have 11 cups? That sucks. Like, where are we here? Where's Vancouver in this? We're not on the list because we've never won, but we've appeared. The Flames have been there 3 times and won once. The Edmonton Oilers have been there 9 times and only won 5. I mean, that's actually a really good percentage. When they get there, they usually win. Look at Pittsburgh. Been there 6 times, won 5. Woo! New York Rangers, been there 5 times, won 4. Rangers, been there 11 times, won there 4 times. St. Louis Eagles. What, it's not St. Louis Blues. No, it's the St. Louis Eagles. Been there 4 times, won 4 cups. Go down to St. Louis Blues. Been there 2 times, won 1 cup. Anaheim Ducks. I have a cup over us, guys. Florida has 2 cups out of 4 appearances. This is crazy. So no one's ever going to. So can no one talk about this except for us? Come on now. Come on now. I want to dive into this kind of content with people here. So we got Kane talk. Yeah, another blown game, Mark. More points gone, maybe changes needed before we go or too much further in the season. Maybe. What kind of change you want? You don't think they have the right mix? No one commented about my rant. Hey guys, and Rev, were you at the Vancouver Canucks game? I was not. No, I'm here. Let's just see here. Elfrin says the only thing that stuck with us is the 0-3 in those Stanley Cup final appearances. That's true. It's true. Okay. So let's dive into this little bit of the game here, and then we'll go into your comments. Looking forward to connecting more with you tonight. Let's add this. Okay, so Maverick Bork, Scott gets the team off of the like on the score sheet right away. Just a couple seconds in, 2 shots in, they scored. Stupid. Linus Karlsson, as I said, great goal here. You've got the bad pickup, and he just comes on the side and just snipes it. Okay. The Robertson goal was insane. There he is. He puts it around, goes across, and we get the puck here, and it comes out to Robertson, and he just snipes it short side. Then we got Patterson, power play goal from DeBrusk to Sherwood. So you got Besser, Hughes, okay, Patterson, DeBrusk, Sherwood, and Patterson picks it up and scores. And then this is the one where everyone's mad about the Kane one here. Watch number 93 or 91, right? This is the one? No, this is not the one. That is, by the way, a great goal by Dallas. It's this one here. You got Kane here, and he dropped the puck, and then there's a fight here, and then he brought in the neutral zone, and then Rantanen does the spin around and scores. It's just insane. There's not like this. This is where you see it right here, right? This is crazy good. But we outshoot them 36-24. We were way better than in faceoffs. We won 35 faceoffs tonight. We scored on the power play. They did not. How did we lose this game? They had 10 penalty minutes. We had 4. The hits were basically the same. They had 20 block shots to our 8. That's crazy. And then giveaways, basically the same. Takeaways, basically were the same. That's what we're talking about. And if you go to the box score, and you go to the Canucks, you got Pedersen, the power play goal, 6 shots. I love it, man. 6 shots, 2 hits, 1 giveaway, 1 takeaway. Any blocks? No block shots. 67.2% on the face-off. I love seeing that. Ratu was 63%. Sasson was 50. Kemp was 40. That's a good night, guys. That's a good night. I think we just got out-goalied. Let's just be honest. We just got out-goalied. Okay. Going to get into your comments, okay? But before we do that, I want to hit I'm going to hit the promo, but before I do that, I just want to remind you of this guy that we have on our team who's pretty good. Quinn Hughes. Guys, in the first 150 games played in NHL history among D-men, Quinn Hughes is number 3. Bobby Orr, Paul Coffey, Quinn Hughes. That is elite of elite conversation, guys. There's no Bakar on that list. Got Leach, Gary Suter. Quinn Hughes is better than both. Paul Coffey, Bobby Orr. No wonder people think that Bobby Orr is the greatest player of all time. There's some people that believe that. Just career cut short, 10 years, his knees got blown out. He was unbelievable. There was nobody. Don Cherry says nobody like Bobby Orr. I still think Gretzky's the GOAT. I have Lemieux at 2, just because I think if Lemieux didn't have cancer, he was going to be, he would have beat a lot of Gretzky's records, okay? But, and you think about that for a second. Quinn Hughes is in the Bobby or Paul Coffey conversation. You're number 3, bro. You're number 3. That's amazing. This idea that we're going to got to trade Quinn. No, resign him. That's what we need to do. Okay, let's dive in to your comments. Can do the promo. We're going to get into your comments. So glad you're here. All right, Stuart's the very first person to message. Stuart, welcome. We lost 4-2. That's right. Rod says, Petey scored. Coach Rob's in the building. Why is everything at Coach Rob Willie? That's kind of cool. They changed it on YouTube here. David says that 4th Dallas goal was ugly, bouncing off of Lankinen's glove, and I count at least 1. What do you mean? Ugly. Rantanen was unbelievable. Dude, spinorama, that's things that legends do. That's not ugly. That's a gorgeous goal. Okay. We're not talking about the Ducks here. We're not talking about the Senators, David W. We're talking about the Stars. 4-2. No doubt a disaster of a game defensively played by the Canucks. I disagree. We outshot them. I mean, and you keep talking about the Sens and the Ducks. I don't care about them, brother. I don't care about them. I care about the Canucks, not the Ducks. Okay. Oh, Rod says, boo, Canucks stink. Fire sale, rebuild, which they're not doing. I know, Rod. I know. It's frustrating, okay? If Quinn Hughes will, beyond next season, want to remain with the Canucks, although the disaster their Thursday Pacific time game became, no doubt, provides more evidence of this season slowly becoming one of their being a need to at least retool. They were trying to retool. Stuart, can we trade Bedard to Vancouver? I agree. Trade Petey to Chicago. Trade a Petey forward named number 40 Chicago. Yeah, I mean, I'd do that. They wouldn't do that. There have been times this season in regular season play when EP40 was neither scored nor assisted on a goal, nor he scored 1 with Linus Karlsson having also scored with the Brusque. The assist didn't count. The assist didn't count. Vinny is here. Fire GM Alvin. Special teams were generally good for the Canucks, with the Canucks having gone 1 for 5 on the power play. Let's see that again, because I want to make sure that's right. 1 for 5 on the power play, and they didn't let a goal in. And yeah. There was no empty net goal. Okay, thanks. Good to know. Canucks couldn't put a puck in the ocean. Well, they had a lot of shots, man. I think Ottinger did stand on his head, Sensei Dean. Absolutely. The Canucks did outshoot them and dominate in the face-off circle. Govind is here. Canucks power play lost them the game. You have to score on that 5-on-3. I agree. Face-off was really good, but the power play was bad. I mean, 1 out of 5 is fine, but we needed 1 more. Young Guns have been pretty good. Kane, people are frustrated. I told you guys. Well, Galactic thought it was going to be 7-2. Well, 4-2 is not that bad. This is where we're talking about Galactic. Okay. Think about this for 1 second. This is the moral victory that I've been saying. Hey, it's a moral victory. We're good. We need points now. We're done with that. So, yeah, I agree. Michael Bublé would be awesome. Grogu wants to get on your show to discuss the MJ incident. You know what? He's been on my show a lot. He's not, and he didn't say much. So, I would love to have him back, but I can't. So he's not mine. If you guys don't know, I made a bet with Dell that Ovechkin wasn't going to break Gretzky's goal scoring record, and we know what happened. It happened, so I gave him Grogu. Literally, that's the picture of Grogu right there. That's the one I gave him. And he's still mad about the Michael Jordan incident because I had Michael and Jordan in front of Grogu, and he didn't like that. Kane's a physical player, David W. says, who doesn't put up loads of points. That's true. Wonder how Sammy Blaze is doing. I thought we would have given him a chance. I thought so too. Dreamer says, then Kane goes and gets 70-plus points. That'd be awesome. Jumped in late, lanky on his knees on 2 goals. They easily shot over his shoulders. You know what I thought? And Lankinen played overall a good game tonight. Just Ottinger was better. Get rid of Hughes. His game is garbage. No, it's not. 10 assists in 3 games? And tonight he doesn't have any points, and you're like, get rid of him. Come on, man. Come on. Can they go back to Tocchet system? Oh my goodness. I don't know. Sensei Dean doesn't think that we have the right mix. Fitness King. Only reason Oilers won because they had the best player in history in his prime, and Mark Messier, it's all luck. I mean, they earned it, right? They got McDavid and still haven't won. The only thing that stuck with us, oh yeah, we already talked about this. Okay, Lankinen, so we're back to there. Lankinen looked okay. I thought he was more than okay. I thought it was a DeBrusque power play goal instead of Petey. Nope, they changed it to Petey. The Vancouver Millionaires have a cup on it. Yeah, that's true. It's true. Jeremiah says, do you think we need to play better than tonight? Yes, but we're not that far off, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Fun fact is the Millionaires won a cup out of 4 appearances. Won a cup out of 4 appearances. Okay, that's cool. It is like what you said before. It's quality over quantity for shots. I agree. I am Jeremiah's wife. Okay. Hello. Good to have you here. Carlson with 9 minutes of ice time. Kane with 19. I'm sorry, but coaching has been bad. Kane shouldn't be out there with an empty net. Jeremiah says, and I'm her husband. Okay. Why are you both called Jeremiah? That's what I want to know. Well, welcome to the stream, this married couple. It's good to have you here. I love marriage. Hopefully you're happily married. If you're both Canucks fans, you're both walking in depression together. That's a good thing. 2 heads are better than one. That's what it said on Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure back in the day. Yeah, great to see you guys. Welcome. I don't know. That was really awkward and weird. Sorry. Great having you here. But I'm a huge fan of marriage. Okay, I am on backup Gmail, and I am people first, Yukon. Okay. Nice. All right. Shannon is in the building. Glad you liked the video I sent you. Yeah, I loved how you're representing the Kempner Canucks hat. By the way, I got Kempner. Let's get him here. Oh, come on. If you want one of these Kempner Canucks hats, listen, they are awesome. They're snapbacks. They fit everyone. They're great quality. They're awesome. You can support the channel by supporting me. Go to Kempner Canucks. Okay, Kempner Canucks. Where I need to put this down on Kempner Canucks at gmail.com. They're $45 a piece. They're gorgeous. They're worth it. They're worth it. Show your fandom. Show your support. Email me at kempnercanucks at gmail.com. And yeah, I would love to do that. That would be great. I think you're right. I think the Canucks played hard despite the loss. Simon, good to see you. What's your opinion about the teams for the Stanley Cup in Canada? At least we have one team, Montreal, a long time ago. Edmonton, hopefully in the future, will be making Canadian teams. I don't know. I don't subscribe to. I want a Canadian team to win. I subscribe to. I want the Canucks to win. And if Montreal won, that's fine. That's fine. Edmonton won. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Hard there in our division, right? Don't want Calgary to win. Ottawa, that'd be pretty cool. Winnipeg would be awesome. Just saying. Am I missing someone? I feel like I'm missing a team. There's seven Canadian teams, right? Montreal. Oh, Toronto. I mean, good luck. Toronto is so struggling right now. I mean, I feel bad for their fan base. Mark says, hockey beard got shade, feeling like a season of old. Yeah, it's hard. Do I think that Hughes would do better with an A instead of a C, like Sherwood being a C or someone else? No, I think that's fine. Don't think it affects his play at all. Shannon does not think our power play was good tonight. Lankinen is tired. We need to rest him. He just rested. Canucks are okay. Shannon. He played Saturday. No. How did it go? We're going back here. We're going back, Shannon. He played on Sunday against Tampa Bay. Did not play on Monday versus Florida. Had 3 days off and then played. And then there's 2 days off, and then they play Calgary on Sunday night. I don't think he needs rest. Canucks are 4 points behind Chicago for the final wild card spot, even if the Canucks get healthy. I don't see the Canucks catching Chicago, whoever has the other wild card position. Govind, that's where you and I are different. I think we got a chance. We got a chance. David W. says it may be Hughes is feeling the pressure of a team that's relied so heavily on him, often too heavily on him. Okay, that's a fair take. Dreamer says having Messier doesn't count for much. Well, at least on the Canucks. Good point. My wife, my backup account. Okay, cool. I kind of feel a little confused. So YouTube has changed our names on here. I don't know why. Back in town in the day. How do you like it when it was Gretzky played hockey? I loved it. I love watching Gretzky. He was a true generational talent. We use that for too many people. Yeah, I understand people think that the Canucks are going to have an uphill battle. That's just a given. But I think they can do it. RevTrev, I will send you a photo of me and my Kempner Canucks hat. You can use me as a model. Okay, sounds great. I already have. Yeah, it's awesome. You're in my faithful fans one, Shannon. Appreciate you. Why do Vancouver Canucks lose more games? I don't know. Jake takes hockey. By the way, I've been enjoying our connection, DMing each other, buddy. They once again played with a lot of heart, but no points. I know. I saw your video. You're like the Colorado video that you made, and you're like, this is the one game where I'm like, I felt good about a loss. You know what I mean? That was a good moral victory, but can't just go on those moral victories. So, yeah. Anyways, I got to go, everyone. It's been 40 minutes with you. I absolutely appreciate you. If you want one of these two hats, please, there's a couple more black ones. There's only this white one left. If you want one, email me at kempnercanucks@gmail.com. You know you want to. It's Christmas coming around the corner. Listen, I will totally love to send you one. They're only $45 a piece and plus shipping, and we're good to go. We're good to go. So if you want one, let me know. And Jake says, love the DMs, my friend. Keep sending them. Have a great night. Thanks so much. And Coach Rob says the black one's cool. Guys, Coach Rob has one. Coach Rob has a black one, and Shannon has a white one. All right, everyone. Have a fantastic night. We're going to keep believing in this team. I'll be streaming Sunday night with the Canucks Flames. You know I can't stand the Flames. Can't stand the Flames. We got to beat the Flames. They're the worst team in the league. There's a W coming in their next game. Believe in blue. Go Canucks go and free the skate. The white skate, that is, now. See you soon. Wait a minute. Wait a minute before you go. Tomorrow night, I'm planning on doing a Team Canada video about the Olympics and Bedard and Celebrini. Do not miss it. Do not miss it. Tomorrow night, you'll see it. Have a good night. Go Canucks, go.